having way too much fun. I'm here with Candace Jordan because we are doing the coolest thing. Candace can now be seen from all the memorabilia that she's collected. You can now go see a lot of her stuff at the museum. She's always at Chicago's hottest parties and events, documenting the city's social life for outlets like Chicago Star and Cranes. But before that, she was donning the iconic bunny ears as a coveted Playboy bunny. So over the years, Candace has collected one-of-a-kind Playboy memorabilia, and now it's been acquired by the Chicago History Museum. She's joining us now to talk about it. Welcome back. Always good to see you.
It's always
Great
good
to see you. Okay, this is so fun. Tell me how this came about.
Well, it's a really long story. I mean, it started,
to make a long story short.
Some of this stuff is 50 years old. That's how long I've been collecting. But it started when I was a bunny in St. Louis, and then I transferred to Chicago. But all along the way, you know, anything that touched me from Playboy, because it was such a special time in my life, I saved it. And, you know, not to mention that I'm a hoarder on top of it, which helps. Now Chuck's not complaining because all this stuff is in the museum. But yeah, so I collected some really rare things that, and I didn't do it intentionally thinking that it was going to go in a museum, but I just collected things that touched me.
And here we are. So you were a Playboy bunny at the mere age of 19, right?
Yeah.
From a small town in Illinois.
Right.
How'd you end up there?
Well, I had a scholarship to St. Louis University, and I was sick to death of school, and so I went over and auditioned for the Playboy. My girlfriend suggested I go. They just opened.
How do you audition for that?
Well, it's basically you smile.
Oh, because you look cute. And that's what, like,
you smile,
we must have this girl.
You're in a bathing suit, you know, of course, because the costumes are rather skimpy. But yeah, they liked me, and they took me on. I couldn't serve alcohol or anything because I was underage. So I worked the door and met all the people, and, you know, and played bumper pool and things like that.
And I bet you met a lot of famous people. Okay, so Candace has a lot of stuff now that she has at the museum, but she bought a few things here that you saved that you want to keep, and we're going to start over here. I love this because I was asking her about this. Look at this. Tell me about this.
This is a mask that Playboy sent to all the Playmates during COVID. That's my cover there, the Playboy cover. And they sent it to every Playmate because they said we wanted to protect our girls.
Okay.
So that's the kind of organization it was.
And then back in the day, you were one of the most popular Playmates.
Yes.
And this iconic picture right here, which is also... It was the eyes. Tell me about that.
Well, this is an interesting story because until this cover was published, Hefner had never approved anything that didn't have some woman's body part on it. Okay. Because, you know, he didn't think that was sexy, it didn't appeal. But Tom Stabler, the art director who photographed this cover, insisted and kept at him to say, you know, you got to try this, you have to try it. Well, he finally did try it, and it won best cover for the, they had the best sales on this cover.
So that day,
February 1980.
Let's go back to 1980 when you, I don't know if that's when you did this, but you were posing, you can hold on to it for now. You were posing for this thinking you were going to be like, you know, head to toe, right? And then this...
No, when they shot this, they knew it was going to be just my eyes. And as a matter of fact, he tested a lot of Playmates for this, but he said that my eyes were the only ones that would have worked for this.
How does this make you feel years later to see that this is something, because you were also on the Antiques Roadshow.
Well, that's how this all started.
Okay, tell me about that.
So the Antiques Roadshow, they featured my Playboy memorabilia, my Bunny of the Year costume, like in 2017. And the curator of the Chicago History Museum, Jessica Pushar, saw one of the reruns, and that's how they reached out to me for this collection. So, yeah, thank you for Antiques Roadshow.
Okay, so what we don't have here, you can see at the museum, and one of the things that's included, of course, is your actual Playboy bunny costume, which not too many people actually have because you weren't supposed to keep that, right?
Oh, no, there's a long story behind that, Sylvia. But anyway, the Silver LeMay Bunny of the Year costume is the only one like it in any museum. And what makes this collection even more interesting is because I'm the only bunny Playmate to have a collection in a major museum.
Wow. Okay. Now these are the original bunny ears, and the museum also has some.
Right. They have a pair, and I had a pair.
Okay. So you kept them. Oh, I get to wear Playboy bunny ears.
See, Hefner would have loved you, Sylvia.
How about that? This is one of two.
Yes, one of two.
From yours.
Yes.
Okay. This is so exciting. How does it make you feel to know that you're going to actually have that there?
It makes me feel so proud, and furthermore, what makes me the proudest is to know that it's all where it belongs, where Playboy began, where Hefner was born, and where the first club existed, and so it's a natural place for this collection.
This is awesome, and thank you for coming and sharing, and everybody can go to the museum and see the collection. Congratulations. I know this is really special.